Alright, guys.
So, you can talk Lucha. Did you see the Leader Decay? No.
No, I did not.
Alright, so we'll go into that, then we'll do Lucha, and then I'll end it off because I know you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Vader and Ospreay. Alright, so, the Leader Decay. If you go into it looking like, is this going to be a great match? It's not a match. It's a prolonged vignette story. So effectively what happens, and spoilers, if you guys haven't seen it, skip ahead a little bit. I'm just going to kind of run through what happens. So in the storyline leading up to this, Decay, which are Abyss, Crazy Steve, and a new girl, Rosemary, they're trying to kidnap Matt Hardy's son, King Maxwell. And if you guys have been really far out of the loop, Matt Hardy is snapped and gone completely insane. So it's like a bunch of killer face paint, clowny, creepy people versus completely insane Matt Hardy and his zombie brother, Jeff Hardy, also known as Broken Brother Nero. So in order to prepare for this, because they know they're coming, because Broken Matt has had a, and I quote, premonition, or premonition, whatever accent he does. So
Rowan
in order
is
to like
out of it. I'm sorry, but she's just fucking out of it, dude.
So in order to continue like and get some inspiration, they go to the zoo because it's full of animals that Matt Hardy, because he has an old spirit, can communicate with these reincarnated people that are now animals. The first one you meet is George Washington, the giraffe. Matt Hardy communicates with in order to like discuss battle plans, and then it steals his wife Remy Sky's hat, and he's like, George, she needs that hat. She's not wearing sunscreen. And then in order to rehab Jeff Hardy, he takes him to the monkey cage, and he's like, these guys, they're spot monkeys. And he starts name dropping all these known high flying guys, including the Young Bucks, or as he refers to them, the Bucks of Youth. And because Jeff is a recovering spot monkey, he can also communicate with other spot monkeys. So then finally they meet Genghis Khan the Tiger, who is
That one actually kind of makes sense.
who tells Matt Hardy that the attack is afoot. So they rush back to Matt Hardy's compound and have Senor Benjamin prepare the field for battle, which included digging 3 graves for the 3 members of Decay. So let me tell you the teams. You have Big Fuck Abyss, Crazy Steve, and Rosemary versus Broken Matt, Broken Brother Nero, Jeff Hardy, Senor Benjamin, Remy Sky, King Maxwell, and Vanguard 1, Matt Hardy's battle drone. And also a dilapidated boat.
Just gotta have that.
I think it has a name, but I can't remember what the hell the name of the boat is. So, alright, they are on their way, the Decay. They're like, kidnap and kind of hint that they raped a man. Because, like, alright, you have Rosemary, who's like a goth chick, but cute in a I listen to ICP a little too much way. So she's kind of like standing in the road with her cleavage and her goodies.
Nice.
So, like, the guy, and then, like, Abyss is like, and Crazy Steve jumps on the hood, and then, like, the next thing you see is the guy laying in the road with his pants down. So I assume he was raped by Abyss. I don't know, maybe it was Crazy Steve, but Abyss. Alright, so they take that truck and sneak onto the Hardy's compound, but because Matt Hardy and Genghis Khan and George Washington came up with the battle plan, they're able to, like, sense where they are. So you have Rebby, Matt, and Jeff with fireworks chasing the Decay across the field.
What do you mean by fireworks?
Like, like using them as if they were rockets. So the Decay have to hide in the boat And Crazy Steve and the girl,
Rosemary.
yeah, Rosemary, they disappear. So it's just Abyss in there. Jeff does a running drop kick, kicks him into the pond of reflections, and out comes what was Abyss's human character name? Joseph Parks. Comes out full suit. He's like, oh geez, where am I? Senor Benjamin then, using his taser, murders Joseph Parks and buries him alive or dead. I don't know if the taser is supposed to kill him. But in the act of doing that, he reverted back to his evil Abyss. And it's hinted that he murdered Senor Benjamin. So then you have, like,
Oh my god.
Jeff Hardy and Crazy Steve wrestling in a pool. Rebby is hiding inside somewhere. Broken Matt is just wandering, like, the woods, laughing to himself. Like, looking for Rosemary. Rosemary's somehow gotten into the house, but she's chased off by Vanguard 1, who has rocket launchers on him. And he's shooting fireworks at her. But that can't stop her, because she has evil demon woman spit, which destroys Vanguard 1. So then Matt shows up. She tries to spit said acid. Oh wait, there's some more shit. Alright, so at some point, Abyss and Matt are fighting, and he's got Janice, whatever the hell that thing is, the big fucking 2x4 with spikes. And he's gonna kill Matt. Jeff pushes out of the way, and Jeff Hardy seems to die. So then you had all that shit with the spit in the Vanguard 1. Alright, so Rosemary spits her demon evil spit shit at Matt Hardy. He sucks it into himself and spits it back at her, severely burning her. And she has to retreat. Matt Hardy wins. In the weirdest thing I've ever seen, she's like, and he's just like, it's like the look on his face is just amazing. And he's just like, he's just like, what the fuck was this? And they kidnap Senor Benjamin, who appears to somewhat be alive. So they got Senor Benjamin, but not King Maxwell. But they also heavily damaged Vanguard 1 and possibly killed Jeff. So it's kind of hard to say who won. But Broken Matt is still good. And he is the best thing in TNA. Alright, let's go to some Lucha and see if we can top this level of crazy with some new levels of crazy.
Alright, so other than having some decent action, this was a very story-driven Lucha.
This whole season's felt very, like, they're taking more time to tell story.
Yeah.
Which, I'm not sure 100% if I'm into it or not yet, but, you know, as story kind of progresses, we'll see.
Yeah. Alright, so it starts off with Captain Vasquez, or whatever the fuck her name is.
She has a name. I've been calling her Detective Hot Pants this entire time, because I had no idea she had a name.
Yeah, it's on her desk.
I'm not looking at her desk. Sorry. Put in the comments, fucking monster.
So, I think that's her
Literally
name.
Hitler.
So, she's talking to, crap. I can remember what her name is, but I can't remember the fucking...
Cortez Castro.
Yeah, thank you. She's talking with Castro, you know, about what happened, you know, in the last season, you know, over the death of Cisco and all that.
Mr. Cisco.
Thank you, Mr. Cisco.
Well, he corrects her in the thing.
Yeah,
Cisco, he's like,
yeah, he does.
Mr. Cisco.
And so, you know, he leaves to kind of figure out what he's going to do.
Well, she suspended him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she suspends him and she's like, don't come back until you know which side you're on. And it's like a prequel to the end of last season because you find out he's the one that caused Dario to get arrested.
Yeah.
So.
And so, our first match of the night, Mascarita Sagrada versus Dr. Wagner Jr.
Yeah, just kind of a shit match.
Yeah, just
I gotta point out one thing. So, Dr. Wagner wrestles in a singlet. You know, fair game. He's an older guy, you know. But Stryker was like, look at his well-defined chest. I'm just like, maybe not. You couldn't just say something like, after he's got veteran maneuvers or something. I don't know. We'll have one later that's much worse from Stryker in the main event. So, alright, let's continue on. So, it was pretty much a two-spot match. It was the choke and the roll-through, and then the Wagner bomb, which is the Metalik driver, which is the Michinoku driver, which is a billion other finishers. So, yeah, whatever, it was cool. And then Famous B and Beautiful Brenda.
Who's now a nurse.
Well, Dr. Wagner.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so, yeah, good gimmick. Good shit. Just quick little match. Yeah, whatever. So, alright, let's continue on.
So then we had another little promo. Was this the one where it was like, showed the dad and the little girl, or was that later?
I think that was this one.
Yeah, okay, so it showed some...
Yeah, let me give you guys a demonstration of the acting talent that went into this. My daughter, someday you'll be immortal. You won't die. Papa.
Oh, no. It was like, Papi.
Papi.
No.
No.
Porque. Oh my god,
Papi,
this child.
Porque. It was just like super...
What, did they only have time for one take? Like they couldn't tell this... Like, was she like daughter of an executive? And they couldn't tell her that she was bad?
I'd pinch her, make her cry.
Like, tell her that her puppy died. Like, do something to get her upset. Like,
Pinch her.
or at least tell her to act upset. Because this is not a child.
No ice cream.
There's not a child that doesn't know how to pretend to be sad. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah, this was weird. But it did kind of give us a nice little mystery for later on in the night. So, the next match was...
Argenis versus Mil Muertes.
With my number 2, Katrina.
I almost didn't like this new gear she's in with her hair up in the back. I almost didn't recognize her.
Not me.
Like, if they didn't say that was Katrina, I never would have noticed who that was.
I noticed it last week. I see everything.
So yeah, this
this
is effectively a squash match. Mil Muertes, showing his dominance.
I take that. You get some good stuff coming to you. Yeah, you gotta get your ass handed to you by Mil Muertes, and he doesn't look like he's a very soft wrestler. Alright, since when does the devil have a trident? That's what they call his spear. The devil's trident.
It's a pitchfork.
Yeah, whatever. Pitchfork. Devil don't got a pitchfork. He's got like a scythe. He's killing people. Or no, it's death.
Yeah, you're thinking of death.
Yeah, because it's not the devil's pitchfork. Or they call it death's pitchfork or something. It just like, I was like...
Yeah, they're screwing up.
Yeah. Stryker, yeah.
You goof.
You goofed me up too. With your goofing.
So yeah, so Prince Puma would come in after
the
match.
Well, we got to talk about the best spot.
Oh. Okay.
So, Argenis loses.
No.
He gets no lick of death. So, good for him. Alright, now, well, Prince Puma just kind of like lurking it slowly, just kind of waiting, biding his time. No Muerte just kind of standing there, and he's just like, wow, and attacks him. But he's like standing there for like a good half a second.
Like, just waiting in the shadows, and he's like,
yeah.
Olay!
So he attacks him, and kind of funny, Katrina was able to push both of them apart.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Like, she didn't grab onto Mil and pull him away. She was just kind of like, eh. And Puma, like, body checked her pretty good. I don't think he meant to, but yeah, he body checked her pretty good. And I'm assuming Mil is legitimately a brick shithead. Because he didn't move at all.
No.
So she just kind of got squished between the two of them.
Alrighty, so then we had another promo with Joey Ryan coming into Dario's office to tell him that, hey, I'm a cop. I've been helping you out.
Because I was a little worried that he wasn't in the season before this happened. Because I was like, where the fuck is he in all these cop promos? And then he shows up, I'm like, alright, cool.
So yeah, Joey Ryan betrays, his
and he gets some money to pay his child support, because that's his gimmick. he can't. He's a dirty, sleazy guy. He probably has a lot of kids on child support. Good kid.
So now Dario knows that, you know, the cops are in on him. And
which technically, before this, he should have kind of already known by the fact he was arrested. But maybe he didn't know there was a mole, or he didn't know who the mole was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll have to see if Cortez Castro ends up getting fed to Matanza. So, yeah, pretty solid. Now it's time for the main event and the final promo, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This was a nice long-ass match. Like,
alright, a WMD's Weapons of Mass Destruction match. And, alright, first thing that I noticed right away was, announcer cutie. What's her name? Melissa Santos, I think? DeSantos, something like that.
yeah.
She was smiling when she introduced Martin Moth. Messing with my kayfabes. She hates him. And, to be fair, he got his revenge later by creeping on her. So, yeah.
Well, he did a little more than that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, up towards her, he directly creeped at her. He turned his creepiness directly at her.
Yeah.
And then, so he comes out, he salutes, like, Dudley fucking Do-Right, with, like, a helmet on and, like, World War I fatigues. And he gets his ass handed to him immediately. He gets, like, thrown just out of camera range, and he's here, like, oh, that couldn't have felt good. He fell on the bleachers, continually gets his ass kicked all the way around the ring, gets hit with the rubber 50 cal. 50 cal. Actually, I don't even think they call it 50 cal. The thing, Maggle. Hit him with the military weapon. Alright, I was in the military. I've probably said this in other things, so I know exactly what a 50 cal looks like and the size of it. Yeah, you don't walk away from getting hit with a 50 cal. It's like getting hit with like a barbell. Actually, I think it weighs more than a barbell. Yeah, it in fact weighs a lot more than a barbell. The thing is like this fucking big. And like that fucking thick, and it's just like a big chunk of fuck. Like if somebody swung that at you, it's like getting hit with a car bar.
First of all, you have to be pretty strong just to pick it up. And
yeah, it's a fucking
swing it.
Pain in the dick just to put it on a tripod. So you're not just like gonna pick it up and like throw it. Like granted, the things they were using were like a much smaller. At first I was like, is that supposed to be like a World War I bar or something? I don't know. So I wasn't a big fan of the fake guns and fake tripod thing, but the boxes and stuff later on, good shit. So another thing I didn't like is you had to do the WWE style, hey referee, clear the table for me spot. And the referee was like, no, you could definitely tell Marty's like, get this fucking shit cleared off. And like, he was dicking with his like portrayal of the character. So I was kind of like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that was...
I don't know what the referee was doing. Marty, though, completely out of like the realm of storytelling, I gotta give him a fucking...
Oh, absolutely.
That dude put in some fucking heart.
Holy shit, that dude was bleeding almost from the get-go.
But I do have to say one thing. Alright, they had a close-up camera zoom of his face after, I think it was the stomp.
Yeah.
I think it's literally called the kill shot. His kill shot's like coup de grace.
Yeah.
And fucking Matt Striker's like, he's laughing, but you can see his face, he's just like, ow.
I mean, for the first few minutes, yeah, he was laughing, but at that point he was just like, oh,
he's like, he's laughing right now. Look at him, that's how he deals with pain. But you like to see his face, he's like,
he's just writhing in pain.
Ow. Alright, so we gotta talk about the finish. So, old cutie, Mariposa comes out and gets put through a table, and she kind of missed the table. She seemed like her ass caught the edge of the table. Luckily it broke, because it could have been bad if it didn't. So she gets taken out, like, fairly quickly. Like, she literally walked out there just in time to get, like, kicked to the head and thrown to the table.
Yeah.
From midway up the big fuck ladder. And then, holy shit, I'm going to try to, like, come with a way to describe this to people who haven't seen this. So, think like when Jeff Hardy pulls out the big fuck ladders. Like this was one of those big fuck ladders. But it's like super rickety. Like the fucking thing is like shaking as they're just standing on it. Like the weight of them being on this ladder is about to break the fucking ladder. So you have Killshot, who's sitting on the top of the ladder, kicking down at Marty, who's kind of leaning back, like hovering over a table that's set up. Killshot, like, throws himself forward, tucks his knees to his chest, and kicks him, and, like, effectively missile drop kicked him straight down, through the table, landed directly on his chest, and then, like, got the pin. Like, it was super brutal. I hope Marty's okay. I don't want to believe.
I want to say I want to say his legs were actually like on his shoulders.
Yeah.
More so than his chest.
But his ass hit him like right in the stomach.
But still, it was fucking.
Yeah.
That was a brutal ass match.
Yeah, that was a crazy finish. Like, good shit.
Like, this is the kind of
Hopefully
stuff.
it was safe and nobody got too seriously hurt. Hopefully Marty got cleaned up.
Yeah,
and
this
he was
is
fine to go.
Like, this is one of those kind of matches that you would show to a friend that likes wrestling but has never seen Lucha Underground before. This is definitely one of those to kind of showcase, you know, they can get pretty brutal, you know, they can have good matches, you know, like this.
I still think even more than that, the superplex onto the two containers.
Oh.
That was the first thing in this match where I was like, oh my god, ow. Because Killshot was the one taking it. He hit it and like it bounced him and threw him effectively. Like he hit it that hard.
Yeah.
Like that could not have felt good. And that one had to sting. And later on, which is like the one thing in this match I didn't like, Marty the Moth running powerbombed him from inside the ring to the outside through two tables. And kind of quickly got him back in the ring and only got a 2 count. I wish they would have kind of stretched that out a little bit. You know, Marty had to struggle more to get him. Yeah, buy some time to make kicking out of that makes sense. Because like, holy,
looked like he fucking killed him.
Yeah, like the crowd was just like, there was like women in the audience that were like, call the match off. Like you just see on their face, they're like, no more. And you're like all the bloodthirsty dudes, and they're just like, ah, rip his face off, Marty, eat him. So yeah, really good. Finally, something we've been kind of seeing. We skipped over the other promo where you saw that Detective Hot Pants or Vasquez. Detective Vasquez has half a medallion that the little girl of immortality had, and Katrina has the other half.
That was the thing that she's been carrying around with her, right?
Well, she has the rock thing.
Oh, okay.
That's apparently part of the building that killed Mil Muertes the first time. He died of 1,000 deaths, apparently. So, yeah, which one is the little girl? I kind of have a feeling Katrina feels older, so I'm guessing Katrina's the little girl in Detective Hot Pants is her daughter.
Right. I feel like they were setting it up like that to make you think that it's Vasquez. But I'm going to assume they're going to pull an old twisty-roo, and it's going to end up being Katrina. And why would the medallion be half? Because, like you said, one is most likely the other's daughter.
Yeah. Something along the lines, they split. I mean, even, they could technically, I guess, do a fucking M. Bison, where Detective Hot Pants is like the good half of Katrina.
That would be really cool.
And it's like a yin and yang thing, and like, because they split personalities, it broke the medallion.
Dude, that's a really cool idea. I'm digging that.
So, I don't know, I'm just throwing predictions. I'm not rocking the booking cap. I'm just as a fan, thinking of like little fan theories, what this could mean.
You heard it here, folks.
Alright, time to talk about the last little thing before we get back to shit on the WWE umbrella. Big Van Vader versus Will Ospreay. I think this match technically happened a couple weeks ago, but I finally saw it, so it's new to me, goddammit. Alright,
I still have to check it out. It's just been a really busy week for me. So.
No, you don't. Alright, so Vader came in looking extra fucking wobbly.
Vadery.
Not good. I'm gonna be straight up. I'm not a big flippy shit kind of guy. It's just not my thing. So don't think I'm like, to defend the honor of flippy shit. Get him, Will Ospreay. Like, no, Vader was just kind of fucking standing around. Will Ospreay they started off the match. He turned his back on Vader. He was just like, he didn't respect him. And went and flipped off Vader. Vader kind of like fell onto him and like pretended to beat him up, but you could just tell like he was just kind of like leaning on him.
Yeah.
So he takes him out. They kind of wrestle up the ramp, wrestle back down, get in the ring, do a little bit of like, and then like he'd hit Vader's arm because Vader couldn't run and clothesline him, and he would just kind of do like flips and all kinds of shit to sell for Vader. Like, all right, so effectively, I'm just gonna skip because the match is shit. The finish effectively is some guy I don't know. I'm sure if you're a big Rev Pro guy, you know, came out because there's a ref bump, and of course there was. He comes and tries to help Vader win, but then Ricochet comes out to help Will Ospreay, and they beat them up, and they hit double shooting stars on Vader, which Vader kicks out of because fuck your flippy shit. Vader gets up, choke slams Will Ospreay, and young man Vader takes the victory. That's all I have to say. I talked about it a few weeks ago when I found out, and I said I'd review it when I saw it. I saw it. Here's your review. The fuck.
Alright guys, so we're gonna move along to NXT.
With the roar of the crowd, stomp your feet, whatever the rest of the lyrics are.
So we had a little promo with Samoa Joe, and it sounds like, you know, he's turning over a new leaf, you know, respect Shinsuke.
He wants his rematch.
Yeah, he wants his rematch, and you know,
whenever he gets healthy, because they're still selling the jaw. I don't know if it was legit or not. I think he probably just has some waning injuries, give him a little time off.
And so, you know, he goes back. You know, Shinsuke does his little thing. Goes back.
He's like,
Samoa Joe comes back out and beats the absolute piss out of him.
Uranagi on the
steps.
On the steps. Ooh, brutal spot. But yeah, good shit.
Had me fooled.
Nakamura's still missing his red pants because, in fact, they cut them up to make the Universal title. I'm telling you, that's what happened. Everybody was like, it's his jacket, but no, he's still got his red jacket. Doesn't have his red pants. The more you know. So yeah, I'm down to see another Joe Nakamura match. I wasn't, like, super duper uber happy with the first one, but you know what? It's going to be a good match. I mean, it wasn't a bad match. It just wasn't my favorite thing on that card that night. So hey, get another chance, reload, shoot him again.
Alright, next up we had Liv Morgan, aka Discount Carmella, versus Rachel Fazio. Liv Morgan wins.
Oh,
big deal.
Fucking sweet justice.
I have to say, I like her hat and her little towel.
She's going to challenge my bae, Goddess of Tomorrow. She's not even the Empress. She's the Goddess of Tomorrow and every day. Asuka. Liv Morgan versus Asuka.
I don't know if she's got the power of pizza on her side.
I hope Asuka rips her arm off. I do not like her, and I don't like the weird Carmella gimmick, or like the rip-off Rey Mysterio, like represent the 201, man, 619, booyaka. Like, and what the fuck is her finish? It's like she had a new one tonight because she keeps fucking up the back kick. Like, I hope Asuka just like embarrassed her. Fucking kicks the absolute piss out of her.
Alright, next up we had...
I'm not done. And stomps her until she literally taps out. She's like, no more Asuka ass whooping. Asuka's like, yes, more. 2 out of 3 falls. She's like, no.
So next up we had Hideo Itami versus CWC guy Drew Gulak.
Little Rusev. Good ass match. Great facials by the referee. The referee's in there. If you look at his face every time they chop one another, he's just like, woo, woo. Like he just has this look on his face like, ooh, I better not catch one of those. Because they were chopping the shit at one another. Really good shit. Little Rusev, I like you, dude. And Hideo, always great. So yeah, good shit. Hideo went over. What do you win with? Was it the GTS or was it something? I can't remember.
I can't remember either. I want to say that's what it was.
I don't know. I just like it's missing from my brain. I can't remember exactly what he went over with. But yeah, really good shit. Hopefully, Little Rusev is gonna stick around.
Next up, we had the Authors of Pain versus two guys. I did not catch their names, but who gives a shit?
Call them Goober 1 and Goober 2. Yeah, so it's Toka and Razor came in there and just fucking destroyed them.
Yeah, I was gonna write down what their real name, like Razor and the other dude, but
it's Toka and Razor. They're not gonna get away from that for a long time. Like they're gonna need like fucking jerseys with their names on the back for me to get away from that.
Yeah. I'm glad we're not the only ones that have made that a correlation.
Yeah. I like that. I don't know if they're speaking like Samoan. I don't even know Samoan's a language. Like, put it in the comments. Worse than Hitler. It's alright. They're speaking non-English. I dig that. Like, you know, they're just fucking like to one another and they're just like beating the piss out of people. I'm digging it. They're just like big, mean fucking dudes. Dig it. Like I said, I like mean.
Alright. Next up, we had Noe Jose versus Bobby Roode. And this was a good match. I liked it.
It was okay. I feel like Bobby Roode should just be on the main roster. Like, he feels like if John Cena went down to NXT, which
yeah,
is like,
he does feel a little bit out of place.
Yeah, like, his gimmick is not an NXT gimmick. That is a main roster money gimmick.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree.
Like, it feels weird to watch him wrestle. Like, it'd be one thing if he was against Joe and Nakamura at like, the top of NXT. When he's just kind of like, wrestle Noe Jose, it's kind of like, you're kind of hurting the brand.
Yeah.
But, you know what, it wasn't a horrible match. I'm not a super big on Noe Jose. But, you know, whatever, good match. Good shit.
Moving along to the finale of the Cruiserweight Classic. And guys, it may be over, but it is still not too late. If you are one of the few foolish fools
that would somehow be watching a internet wrestle talk video but did not watch the Cruiserweight Classic in some form, whether it's the network or you're fucking torrenting or you fucking rubbed two fucking crystal balls together and found the reception to watch it.
If you
turn off the video, go watch it, come back. Because we're about to spoil the ending and...
You don't want us to spoil it. You gotta watch it, guys. Holy shit. It's just that good. This is the wrestling equivalent of pizza. It was really good, and even the bad parts were still...
There was one match I wasn't super keen on tonight.
They were still really good.
Oh yeah, the other three matches, though, are so fucking good. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't really care for this one slice of pizza that's a little low on cheese, but the rest are fucking covered in naked pictures of Oscar. So it's kind of like, can I really complain that one slice a little low on fucking things I enjoy? Put in the comments, fucking send me to hell.
So
worse than the snake in the fucking Garden of Eden.
So
worse than Satan.
So the semifinals were starting off with Grand Metalik versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Still not super big on Grand Metalik, but this is a really good match.
I am. He was my favorite from the start.
Yeah.
To have him go into the made me super happy. Lucha Libre is arguably my favorite style of wrestling. I love, like, when you first showed me Lucha Underground, I was immediately smitten with it.
Yeah.
This kind of shit I love. Grand Metalik, he is a perfect example of a luchador. Like, I love watching him wrestle.
He does a lot of really cool shit. I don't know, just like, I'll talk about it when we get to it. Like, the guys I like Tozawa and I like Gallagher. I think I could pick between the two of them who I like more.
Yeah, and the fact that those three guys were the ones that they first announced made me really happy.
Yeah, I think they I think they're still looking for their big Latin guy, like the guy who can hook it. I think that's why they kept Del Rio around. They paid him big money. I guarantee it. I don't care what Del Rio is saying. I guarantee they were paying him good money. He wasn't getting over. They're going to look at this guy. I mean, that's what they did with Sin Cara. That's what they're doing with Kalisto. They want that guy that can bring back those old Smackdown numbers.
Yep.
So, we're technically Raw now, but yeah, good shit. Really good match. I'm not going to take anything away from it.
Yeah.
Great psychology. Great in-ring work. Great, just great. Metallic wins. Good shit. He's moving on to the finals.
I do want to say one thing. They brought out his translator. When what's her face asked her.
I think her name's Charlie.
Yeah, was that Charlie? Okay.
I can't tell. There's two of them, and they look so much alike.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that was Charlie. And the translator didn't translate anything he said before it went to break.
I feel like they must have she must have an earpiece in because she went to put it forward and then immediately was like,
yeah,
and then went on to her next question. They were like, hey, we don't got time for this bullshit.
Yeah.
Let him say fucking I love my people in Mexico.
You basically knew what he was saying. He's like, yeah, this is a great opportunity. Had a good match with this guy. Looking forward to the finals. Gonna try my best. It would
have been better if they had put one of the Spanish commentators, brought them out to translate.
Right.
And they were just kind of during the little time in between things, you could have just had somebody oh, what'd he say? And then it's fucking random Guerrero or some other Spanish wrestler that's just kind of chilling out, or somebody who speaks Spanish and just kind of translate that shit for us. Fucking, I bet you Morrow probably speaks Spanish. He seems to know the name of every fucking move in the universe. It seems like he might speak Spanish. Somebody translate that shit. Tell me real quick what he said. I don't need fucking word for word. Just give it to me. Oh, I love Mexico and Mexican people. Good shit. Fucking, I love you. Is that all he said? Cool.
Alright, next match was TJ Perkins versus Kota Ibushi.
Alright, I said it earlier. I was gonna fucking... Here it comes. Fans, prepare your buttholes. And if this isn't about you, fucking let it rain off your shoulders. You know it's not you. I'm not talking about you. The fucking prick douchebags that were booing TJP. Why? I could understand if you were booing Mustafa Ali or Arya Davari, and I think there was one other guy that didn't do the code of honor thing with a handshake.
Yeah.
And, they were obviously playing heels. He booed. What do you possibly have against it? And I've heard a couple of people talk about it. It's oh, well, he did kind of eliminate two fan favorites in the tournament.
It's still no excuse, though.
Yeah, I was kind of fuck you. I can understand if you want to go to Raw and you want to cheer and boo whoever you want, but in this kind of situation where people are trying to get a job, because that's really what this tournament is, and you're just oh, I don't want you to be here, boo. No, go fuck yourself off a bridge. You're in Orlando, go look for some swamps and fuck yourself there, and hopefully a gator eats you. You fucking prick. Stop trying to ruin the night. And it would really piss me off later because we would get a fucking another thing. Alright, so we had the match. Let's talk about the match first, and I'll gotta go back into my rant.
Okay.
You're about to get a fucking Metal League driver there, Cat.
Just put her on your lap. Maybe
she's dug in. Oh. Alright, so another really, really good match. Ibushi pulling out all the stops. TJP wrestling very serious, changing up his style. Constantly working for the leg, which was something I had an issue with Noam Dar last week about, because they both run a knee bar.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure both have a contract. We obviously know one of them does, but I think the other one does too. So I wonder if they're going to let them both work a knee bar as a finish. Obviously, we're just going to, if you ever to skip forward a couple seconds, one of them is the Cruiserweight champion, and one was eliminated earlier, so wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So I assume he gets to keep his finish. Yeah. So I wonder if the other one is going to have to switch something up, use something else.
I can see that.
But, yeah, so really solid match. Amazing story they told.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm even cool with at the end of the match, most of the cheers went to Ibushi.
Yeah.
He was leaving. Thank you for him. But then, like, they had to play the music to kind of cover up fan bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck, you dicks? Like, that was a great match. How do you fucking want to ruin that? Like, if you don't like them, don't fucking say anything. Just sit there and fucking fester.
This is being selfish, really.
Yeah, I mean, like, I understand that a lot of you probably watch New Japan, you're like, oh, I want Kota Ibushi to win. You are a fucking retard if you can't figure out why. Like, we literally said it last week in the review. Like, WWE, especially when you saw what happened with the finals, because now we know it's TJP and Grand Metalik, and we'll get to it. If you fucking watching this, I hope you've seen it already. You know what's going to happen. Pretty fucking obvious reason why Kota Ibushi couldn't win. Like, oh, a cruiserweight champion who will now be gone.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, fuck you. Anybody who was just out there being an asshole during the match. Like, I have no issue with cheering for the other guy. Like, if you wanted to cheer for Ibushi, cool. I don't care that Ibushi got louder cheers than TJP. Like, that's
he's a huge star. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's what the people liked, but
to completely disrespect TJ Perkins, the kid worked his ass off.
You could tell in his face it was kind of bugging him.
Yeah.
I mean, I think just being a veteran, he probably knows, you know, he eliminated Rich Swann, who was a big fan favorite. He eliminated Gargano, who was a big fan favorite. And now he just eliminated Kota Ibushi, who was probably the biggest fan favorite. He was going to go into it and he was going to get booed, but just fuck you. The people that just couldn't put that to the side.
Yeah, that just wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Just plain and simple.
So, alright, they got the tag match, and this was the one match I wasn't super keen on.
Yeah, this was
very mixed opinions from a lot of people. Some people really liked it.
Yeah.
It felt super indie-rific to me. And
oh, absolutely. Like, that's probably
like, there's
the best
one big spot where Cedric Alexander just comes in. Like, he wasn't tagged in, but all of a sudden, like, the referee didn't kick him out. And he just starts wrestling Ciampa, and I'm just like, he didn't tag in. And just like a lot of big spots outside and dives and four-man moves and I don't know, it's just not me. I know a lot of people really love that super fast pace, you know, smolder, but it's just, I don't know. I didn't see the psychology, and that's been my one issue with, I think they have it, I just think they haven't had a chance to really show it.
Right.
Other than their singles match in the title, or in the Cruiserweight Classic. I thought that match was really, really good psychology. But a lot of these tag matches have been really, and I think that just kind of comes from them both being singles guys and then putting them together as a tag team.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of like, hey, I gotta get my shit in, you gotta get your shit in kind of thing. So they're just kind of always in the ring with one another. And, well, yeah. What can you say? Some really cool spots. The parade of L1s. Everybody's hitting like super moves on one another, but eventually DIY ends up winning it. So good shit, and they're gonna get a shot against the Revival, I guess.
Yeah.
So Cedric Alexander, Noam Dar probably have contracts, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
If they show them this. So all right, time for the finals. Grand Metalik.
Grand Metalik, TJ Perkins. What can we even say?
So we got ding ding ding. They
right out the fucking gates, Grand Metalik was on the offensive.
Well, first we had something else happen. You're starting to play a game.
Oh, yep.
How you play it.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all about the game.
Yeah.
And you play it. It's all about playing. And you play it. No,
it's all about the game, and you know how to play it.
It's an inside joke if you guys know what it is. Cheers, and if not, reverse cheers. Go fuck yourself, I guess. Not near alligators, though.
Yeah, that's reserved for other people.
Yeah.
As you mentioned.
You don't want those alligators to fill up. So, alright. So, Triple H comes down and he's like, kind of talking about whatever. And then he pulls out his bag of mysteries and pulls out the new Cruiserweight Championship, which will be given to the winner. And I say given in the most earned way possible. Thoughts on
presented. I think it looks great. And it's got the nice royal purple.
Yeah, I see people that were like, "Oh, purple belt." I was like, "Yeah, it's not a bad purple."
With the silver, it looks good.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
even if they went with gold, I mean,
I like the smoothness of the leather on it, where it has design, but it
doesn't have like that. It doesn't have that texture like the other WWE belts have.
Yeah, like the Universal title.
That sort of leathery kind of.
Yeah, it looks like it's made out of fruit by the foot. Like this looked like something pressed and it looked good.
It's such.
But the first thing I thought when I saw it was it looks like a UFC belt.
It does.
And we'll get to the end of this match when we get there, and another real comparison to a UFC. So really great match. Like you were saying, Metalli kind of takes the early thing, and I was a little downtrodden by the commentators a little bit over this night. They didn't really put over the fact that Sabre and Perkins would want the match to go long because they're going to slow down. They work rounded styles,
right.
Whereas Ibushi and Metalli would want to kind of wrap it up early, burst of moves, save that stamina because that's where they're going to win. So it's kind of a cool story you're just building right away. So you have in this one, you have the Lucha guy who's got some cool submissions of his own. Some of them not so. Some of them really cool though.
Yeah.
Versus a very strong ground-based guy who can do some high flying, but they can each kind of cover each other's things. But
they can kind of do everything, but one sort of excels where the other one doesn't, and vice versa.
Yeah, you have the King of the Ropes versus the Prince of Dabbing. So really solid. The big spots. Definitely TJP's working for the legs.
Yeah.
Over and over. Really great long spot of him trying to lock it in, but him getting to the ropes. And they kept working it over and over. TJP has to have the best rhythm of any wrestler I've ever seen. That late kick out.
Oh my god, absolutely.
That was like, to say like 2 9/10 is an understatement. Like his hand had to have been like right here. Like he definitely got it up before the tap. But it was so close.
It was like in cartoons where like they're about to hit the ground in an airplane and they have the air brakes.
This was like some Dragon Ball Z, like teleport kick out. Like it was amazing. Like I literally thought that was it.
Yeah.
It was 1, 2.
There's a reason why these two made it to the finals. Like it shows that these guys put on a dream match.
And even up until the very end of the match, it could have gone either way.
Oh, absolutely.
They were going for an avalanche metallic driver, but TJP was able to roll through it, pull him off the top rope, get the full knee bar in by locking the other leg in, hold it, and get the tap out. Really good stuff. You could see, even with the mask on, you could see the emotions through Metallic's face. So I got to give huge credits on that.
I love that shit. It's one of the reasons why he's when he starts bringing out merch, I'm getting some Metallic merch like that.
Do you think WWE's gonna change his look like they did with Mystico? Or do you think they're gonna keep Metallic?
Ooh, I hope not.
I hope they keep the mask on.
I wouldn't put it past him, but I think they're not going to change too much. They got to keep him with the mask. That's his deal. Like, it would be so weird to bring him in not as
they did it with Sombra and they made him fucking 100. I feel like they just need to, if you're come back with a new mask and a gimmick, put him on Raw. New finish it. It's not the cock meat sandwich. But yeah, so TJP will be appearing on Raw Monday
as your WWE Cruiserweight Champion.
And hopefully we'll see some of these other guys. Who do you think is his first main competitor? Do you see anyone in the main roster? Is it Neville?
I would say Neville. Right out the gates, definitely Neville.
Yeah, TJP and Neville could be amazing. Just straight up amazing. I hope some of these cruiserweights go to SmackDown, though, like I keep saying. Like, a couple of them I think are big enough. Like, Nice, I could see him just doing good stuff on SmackDown. Like, I don't think... Cedric Alexander's another one who had to cut a lot of weight to make the tournament. I feel like he could put on, 15 pounds would be Ziggler's size and be perfectly fine on SmackDown. But I kind of have a feeling not all of them are going to the main roster. I think some are going to NXT.
Yeah.
I think some of them need a little bit of seasoning. I think they're probably going to bring in the Bollywood boys, but they're going to be NXT cleaning them up. I think Noam Dar might be an NXT guy for a little bit, just kind of clean it up a little bit. I see my boy Little Rusev. He's going to be Gulag. He's going to probably be a main roster guy. I think Tozawa is going to be a main roster guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Tozawa, Gallagher, and Graham Metalik said they are going to be on Raw.
Yeah, so I see those guys going straight up.
So, yeah, right now the only 4 we know of is obviously TJP, Graham Metalik, Tozawa, and Gallagher.
Yeah, and then I'm guessing Nice and Gulak, and possibly Mustafa Ali and Arya Daivari.
Yeah.
I think those are the guys you're probably going to very, very obviously see. And then maybe the Bollywood boys, because WWE needs tag teams.
Yeah.
They need them like a sumbitch. And then maybe some of the other guys, but I'm not holding my breath on any of the other ones. Alright, guys.
Well, that was quite a little venture. So, it was it's a little bittersweet for the CWC. Great show.
One last little tidbit I just remembered before we wrap up.
Oh, yeah, we have news. Wrestling news.
So, over the week, I'm not exactly sure what day it dropped, but Paige tweeted out that she is in fact not leaving WWE. And I think her suspension ends this week, and supposedly she's going to be on Raw.
Yeah.
So I don't know what exactly they're going to have her do, but I don't know. Maybe, I think they need another heel.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Nia, who's a de facto heel because she's a monster, but she's not healing it up really. You have Alicia as a face. You have Bayley's a face. Sasha's a face. Summer's a heel, but we haven't seen her. So I think bringing Paige back and just letting her kind of heal it up and be like, this is my house. Feuding with Bayley might be the thing. That might be the thing that keeps Bayley out of the title picture
right now. Yeah.
And then you kind of have like
get her working up the main crowd.
Yeah, like
those who haven't really got her hooked on yet.
Let Paige on Monday kind of come out, cut a baby face, kind of bland promo, and then Bayley comes out and they're gonna have a tag match, Summer and I don't give a shit. 2 fucking indie girls, I don't give a shit. Just some sort of thing where Paige effectively turns on Bayley and beats her. I mean, brutally rampage, and then what's Paige's her submission finish? Put them both on, you know. So it's the rampage and the page turner. I remember.
See, why can't Apollo Crews have cool names like that?
Cruise line.
Here are my. Actually, I was going to make a list, but here are the supercharged funk, obvious names for wrestling moves for Apollo Crews. Number 1, the Cruise Missile. I said the Cruise Line, but I'm liking the Cruise Missile.
For the Ghetto Blaster?
Yeah. And Cruise Line, make it like a take a tip from JBL. You know, clothesline from hell, called the Cruise Line.
You know what I would think? If you used it as a like a running back elbow.
That would work too.
And then he goes immediately into his like moonsault. And that could be the Cruise Line.
Or the cruise ship, or maybe not that one, but the Apollo's Chariot.
I could see something like that.
Sounds neat. It could be. I don't even know what the fuck it could be. Some craziness. Maybe some sort of like flippy DDT sort of thing. Maybe, I don't know. I think I had another one. It was also went on with Cruise.
You know what I would do if you were to use Apollo's Chariot? I would go with his Power Bomb. Because I don't think it has a name yet.
There you go.
He picks him up and like spins him and catches him with the Power Bomb like that shit.
Cruise Line, Cruise Missile.
Yeah. I just hate the like, step up into gear. Like, no, it's the Ghetto Blaster.
Damn, I wish I had written these down.
Like, I get it. Fuck you, Bad News Brown, I guess. But, like, I don't give a shit. Rename them. I have no problem with renaming moves. But just don't not.
The cruising and bruising.
Yeah. I just think they should drop the last name.
Yeah.
Like, everybody keeps screwing it up. That should be, like, your sign. But, alright, we're just into rambling mode. Rambling man. Gambling man. I'm Dave.
I'm Super Judge Funk.
And this has been This Week in Wrestling.
We'll see you guys next week.
Laters.
Cruise Control. That's what it was. That was the other name. I can put...